Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of AEB and AEB-MC community, we welcome you to this special occasion, the dedication ceremony of the Professor Samir Alam Heart Failure Unit, a state-of-the-art unit that aims at enhancing healthcare in Lebanon and the region. Let us start the ceremony with the Lebanese national anthem, followed by AEB's alma mater. Our first speaker for today is a very dynamic cardiologist who has been serving this institution, Lebanon, and the region for more than 30 years. The unit being dedicated today is in tribute of his endless achievements and dedication to its patients who have for many years entrusted him with their lives. As the Chief of Staff at AEB-MC, Dr. Alam has been instrumental in supporting the senior administration and doing all that's possible to strengthen our healthcare system. Please welcome on stage Dr. Samir Alam.
Thank you, Rawan. Thank you, the Dean, for putting this fantastic show. Few words in Arabic. يشرفني أن أرحب بكم في هذا اللقاء الغني بحضوركم المتميز بالعطاء والدعم للمركز الطبي في سعيه الدائم للتطور وخدمة الإنسان. Mr. President, Dean Sayegh, distinguished guests, family, friends, today we celebrate a landmark made possible by exceptional men, zealous pioneers, stellar achievers, distinguished citizens. They served their country and afforded generations of young men and women the hope to build their lives and realize their dreams. I shall not mention their names because this was their request. In an act of grace and utter generosity, they bestowed on me not the glamour, but the honor to contribute to AUB enduring legacy, cherished and maintained for generations. Before them, I stand in deep gratitude. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Dean Sayegh, for your distinguished leadership, support, and friendship. I revere the privilege to have my name associated with a milestone and a long-time passion, the Heart Failure Unit. Why is Heart Failure Unit special? Because heart failure represents a major clinical and global public health challenge. Despite the dramatic advances in all aspects of cardiology, heart failure has remained elusive and frustrating, responsible for a lot of suffering, excessive mortality, and enormous economic burden. Happily, we now stand at the brink of major developments in the field, from pill to implantable device. The heart failure unit then braces for immense progress in the treatment of this treacherous condition, not only by providing the elements of specialized mechanical assistance and surgical intervention, but beyond technology, it is also about the human touch. The unit is part of a vision set to provide comprehensive patient-centered care, from community awareness and screening, to hospital advanced care, to home visits, to follow up. It's a holistic program designed and steered by a dedicated team of skilled and empowered physicians and nurses led by the able Hadi Skouri and Iman Quwatli and their teams. This is the first of a kind. Arguably, it's the first in Lebanon and the region. I trust it will make a difference. It brings hope for healing and alleviating distress for thousands of desperate patients. Realizing this unit has been a giant effort of leadership, construction, nursing, physicians. For all of them, I am deeply thankful. I want to thank Walid Qatirji for his friendship and professionalism, Ali Saadi and his team for his patience and hard work. Working in a patient area, he has taken a lot of beating, but produced a very fine product. I am indebted to many friends and family. Their love and support made a difference in my personal pursuits and professional endeavors. My late parents, who with limited means and boundless love, gave us a life with honor and professional value. I have been particularly blessed by a special and loving wife. She is the foundation of our treasured family. كلهم أصحاب Mary. So Mary is the most popular. Unreserved supporter, she has been pivotal in my journey. To my patients and trainees, I owe the pleasure to explore, learn, discover, and the privilege to heal. To all my mentors, chairs, colleagues, supportive technical and nursing staff in medicine and cardiology, they are all here. I express my appreciation for their help and inspiration. In ending, I affirm my warm gratitude for the generous donation and the honorable dedication. I pledge I shall not relent in my quest to serve my patients, institution, and the country. Thank you very much.
I would like to welcome on stage Professor Makhlouf Haddadin, the veteran professor of chemistry and special advisor of the President. Senior advisor of the President. Thanks.
My name is not on the list of speakers. However, I thought I should represent all the patients of Samir Alam. It is reported in religious history that Christ resurrected Lazarus from death. This is exactly what happened to me with Samir Alam. I am here today because of Samir Alam's know-how and the AUBMC. With apology to those who do not know Arabic, I think البحتري عنا سمير علم حين قال هو البحر من أي النواحي أتيته هو البحر من أي النواحي أتيته فلجته المعروف والجود ساحله تراه إذا ما جئته متهللاً كأنك تعطيه الذي أنت نائله تراه إذا ما جئته متهللاً كأنك تعطيه الذي أنت نائله ولو لم يكن في كفه غير نفسه لجاد بها فليتق الله سائله.
We are so honored to have him among us today. He's the man with the vision known as the 2020 vision, a vision that will propel medical care in Lebanon and the Middle East to exceptional levels. He's the Executive Vice President for Medicine and Global Strategy and the Reja and Khouri Dean of the Faculty of Medicine. Dr. Muhammad.
So I have my phone open at the Boldly campaign website, which was just when Imad Hon Mubarak. Yes, here. Imad, we look at your website. So it has the actual numbers that we have raised since 2012. Is that correct, Imad? Well, I joined in 2009, as you know, and the board approved the 2020 vision to transform the medical center. So I just want to quote some figures for you, and then I'll tell you why I'm mentioning these. So the 2020 vision involves transforming the medical center with a budget of around $400 million that was approved by the board and adopted by the Board of Trustees in 2010, in a historic unanimous vote. Till today, we actually have spent around $135 million on the medical center, from the various buildings to the various facelifting to the renovations, everything that we have been doing. This is only capital projects. This is not recruitment, this is not equipment, etc. Only the buildings and the structures. If you add everything else, we are close to $200 million. We still need around $200 million to finish the new medical center, which is the hospital, the inpatient hospital. The outpatient center will be opening soon. If you look at the website, the Boldly campaign that was actually inaugurated by Dr. Fadlu Khouri officially last January in New York and again here in Beirut, both actually was in Beirut and New York, January and March. The figures are for the medical center the following. The total obviously is, as you know, 650 million. We raised around half of them. But for the medical center, we have raised $97 million, close to $100 million in capital project, $39 million for academic programs, and then close to $30 million for patients, to help patients. Now, why I am mentioning this is because it is the involvement of everyone here that has led to this and will lead to the generation of the next 200 millions to finish the medical center. And also working with campus and with Dr. Khouri and the university to complete the whole Boldly campaign for the whole university. After all, we are one, and the medical center is part of the university. And it's people like Dr. Samir Alam and physicians, generous donors, grateful patients that will make this happen. This money is coming from somewhere, and typically it's come from people who are passionate about this university and this institution. So first, I want to thank the donors that contributed to this. But what is unique about this is that the donors that are donating are actually anonymous, and they are naming it in the name of their physician that took care of them or took care of their family. We already have 4 examples of this. It started, I believe, with Dr. Ismail Khalil, and then Dr. Jabir Sawaya and Dr. Suha Khan Sharara. Grateful patients named, or family or friends, named entities within the institution under their names by contributing to renovations, to equipment, etc., etc. If we can do this, every year 5 to 10 of us can do this. In the next 5 years, we can generate probably around $50 million. So it is you who is going to do this. Me and the development office and Dr. Khouri are just the catalysts to make this happen. So I want to thank every one of you here, physicians, that take care of the grateful patients, our donors. So thank you very much. Finally, I want to thank the troops that are on the ground doing the work. Of course, Dr. Hadi Skouri, who is the director of the unit, but also the people who actually did the renovations, did the work, the nursing service, Ali Saadi, Maher Subra, everybody, the purchasing team, etc., who you don't know and you don't see on daily basis, but this whole medical complex and the renovation and the transformation that is happening is actually managed by a team that is behind the scenes that you don't see. So I'm grateful for them. Thank you very much.
A highly accomplished educator and researcher, he's the 16th president of the American University of Beirut. His leadership skills, together with his profound personal integrity, have equally paved the way to transform the institution through an advanced vision known as AUB Vision 2025. An AUB former student, an accomplished molecular oncologist, and translational thought leader. Please welcome on stage Dr. Fadlu Khouri.
Thank you very much. It's a very special day for all of us at AUB to be able to say this is the first heart failure unit in Lebanon, which has been supported and donated through the grateful generosity of patients of our outstanding faculty member, Professor Samir Alam. Samir is an AUBite through and through. He graduated from the medical school in 1972. He was a resident here from 72-74 before taking up a fellowship in cardiovascular medicine at Columbia's St. Luke's Roosevelt Hospital. He was a perfectly happy practicing attending when he was recruited back to AUB by my own late father, Raja Khouri. Since then, Samir has been a leading light of the cardiology division for more than 30 years, with outstanding accomplishments and stature in patient care, in research and teaching. His research interests include acute coronary artery syndromes, arterial inflammation, stem cell research. For most of the last 30 plus years, he's been the chief of the division of cardiology. Now, it's interesting that today we're dedicating the unit for heart failure. Samir has done much of his work as a fellow of the American College of Cardiology and of the American Heart Association on heart failure. And I remember one of my first trips back to Lebanon asking him, since I worked at a public hospital, why did I only see heart failure and almost never saw coronary artery disease? Virally mediated heart failure, metabolic heart failure, every kind of heart failure. And we had to run over to the private hospital to see coronary artery disease. So it's a really underappreciated phenomenon. But now, as you heard, we have the tools to do that. Samir has held important leadership positions in national and international organizations, including chairman of the Middle East Medical Assembly. So the state-of-the-art unit will offer cutting-edge therapies for advanced heart failure patients, and it'll be the go-to center for the treatment of advanced heart failure throughout Lebanon and the region. This is critical, and implementing new protocols and therapeutic approaches with an enhanced team of world-class cardiac specialists is part of our mission. But a major part of our mission remains the personal aspect of medicine. The personal aspect of medicine is what you heard from Makhlouf Haddadin. On January 22, I was hanging a beautiful poem of 2016 that my senior advisor here, and someone who is as dear to me as any member of my family, was giving me for the inauguration that I was about to undergo. By that Sunday night, that Monday morning, Dr. Haddadin was in serious heart failure, and it was only the extraordinary personal skill of Dr. Alam and his team that did, in fact, bring this particular Lazarus back from the brink. Medicine remains an art as much as a science. You see it when you deal with extraordinary people, from Suha Kanj to Fuad Ziadi, from so many people here who give everything so that patients can make a difference. My congratulations to Hadi Skouri and to our superb new chief of cardiology, Dr. Daqiq. You are inheriting a mantle from one of AUB's signature physicians. In the years to come, the legend of Samir Alam will only grow. We will remember Samir Alam as a member of our faculty, and generations after us will remember him. Don't go anywhere. You've got a good 20 years to go before Mo and I retire. You're a shining example of what the physician can do for their patients, for their family, for their community. And so this heart unit will be a shining example of our partnership with our donors, with our community, to achieve this university's goals in line with Dean Sayed's 2020 vision. But before you get too used to 2020, he's already committed to 2025 and a broader health sciences vision. Our transformative campaign, the Boldly campaign, is about leading, innovating, and serving, a campaign we launched just over a year ago. In thinking of those qualities, leading, innovating, and serving, it is hard for me to think of a better exemplar than Samir Alam. This is exactly the kind of role modeling we need. Congratulations, Samir, and congratulations to AUB on this remarkable day. It is one we shall not forget for many, many years to come. Thank you.
I would like to call upon Drs. Fadl Khouri, Mohammed Saigh, and Samir Alam to join Dr. Hadi Skouri, the director of the Professor Samir Alam Heart Failure Unit, and Dr. Fuad Ziedi, the chairperson of the Internal Medicine Department at AUBMC, for the cutting of the ribbon. Unfortunately, we will not be able to invite everyone for the cutting of the ribbon since the unit is located in the CCU, which is a very sensitive area for our patients, but we took some pictures of the unit that we will be showing right now. Thank you for your attendance. Please join us for the reception in the lobby.
Dedicated already, for advanced heart failure. We already started in 2000. We also implemented the extra performer brain oxygenator ECMO service here at the UBMC, and we are a major part of it. So on our 4-bed units here, with the ECMO machine, the intra-aortic balloon, even the bike and the hypothermia machine. In addition, we are trying to implement other new technologies like the cardiomaps, which hopefully in a couple of months will start the first level exclusively at the UB and in the Middle East too. So these patients who are admitted here should be treated and telemonitored, and then when they are stable, they will be transferred to the CCU or telemetry units. So we have 3 beds here, and we have another bed here. It can be either private or when we started having heart transplant, hopefully soon, we'll have this.
We'll do the heart transplant. Yeah.
Okay. From Henry Ford. Highly trained and specialized in heart and lung. Heart and lung.
So we're soon pediatric and adult. Soon we'll start having the list at the ABMC heart failure list.
The nursing staff wanted to congratulate
نحن لازم نعطي
تفضلي
Sana to join us.
يقدم لك اياها مني لك
Please, Sana, join us.
تاخد من النيرسينج وتطلع.
Sana join us. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, we should.
Thank you.